the amount of information you're getting from your advisors, your property agents, is just not sufficient enough.
Then my question to them is, you owe HDB? They never take back your house?
Suddenly, we open one of the common rooms. There was a motorbike inside the room.
To accumulate and to earn, that's one.
Correct.
To manage is another. All right, welcome back, guys, to More Than Money, the podcast where we talk about property, money, and mindset. Of course, we're going to explore more than just the dollars and cents. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about the upgrading dilemma. What dilemma do people face when they upgrade, Mr. Alfie?
So you bought your BTO, live 5 years, and then suddenly you get leaflets saying that if you sell your house now, you get $300,000 cash profit.
Cash.
5 years ago, you were thinking like, this is going to be my forever home. You've planned for everything. Your reno, you spend 100K. You're going to stay there. So now you know you got $300,000. It can change your life.
Yep. It's life-changing.
It's life-changing.
Yeah.
So what do you do now? What are your options? Will you move? Will you not? So I guess that is one of the dilemmas that we are going to explore today.
Not only profit, but also logistics in terms of expanding of families. Right? You started off with just the two of you, and then one kid on the way, and then now 2 kids, already 4, maybe 6 years old, about to enter primary school. Then you realize, hey, this BTO cluster, they promise education site, but till now not built yet. So they have to uproot because no choice. I do not want to be sending my kids that is so far. Logistically, it doesn't make sense. So not only in terms of movement, day to day, drop your kids off in that future primary school, also the size, they see the kids, like, alamak, poor thing. They play just in the living dining area. Alamak, langgar the dining table, for example. So they envision this EA, jumbo perhaps, or maybe even an EM. Now, they're earning well in their 30s.
Correct.
They have more disposable income on top of the equity, right? Your CPF that you accumulated, plus the cash proceeds.
A lot.
300,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's the dilemma of, should I let go? Should I move? And then, what should I move to?
Right.
Is this the only option I have?
Yes.
Then, of course, the agents knocking on your door, flyers, and then my advertisement maybe. Yeah. So what are the things that people need to consider before making the decision? Because some people, they just immediately jump into it. They didn't realize the value. And then today, suddenly you realize, hey, 300K, and then you think, 300K, can buy car, can clear off my reno loans, can and then can move to my new house. I still sit on 200K cash.
Yes.
So renovations paid for. I can offset my outstanding loans. I can start building my savings again. Then immediately they like, hey, let's do it. What are the things that maybe they miss out?
Usually, when they are living in a HDB flat, if they don't know anyone living in a private property, usually they just continue on to a bigger HDB flat. Because there's a lot of things that they don't know about, like, all condos are small, for example. I have to pay extra cash, for example, for the condo. So, it's going to be more expensive. There's a lot of dangerous assumptions, I guess. Then they just go to an EA or an EM. That would be such a... I mean, it's not for everyone. It depends on your objective. But it's such a waste of $300,000 worth of profits.
Especially if you do not know your true options.
Correct.
I mean, if they already know that a private property is a viable option, but they decide to go to that EA or EM and spend that 150K anyway, it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Oh, it's not okay?
It's not okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not saying... go for a private property, sure, it's the best path moving forward. But I think the amount of information you're getting from your advisors, your property agents, is just not sufficient enough for you to make a well-informed decision.
I mean, before that, like you mentioned, they are restricted by their experiences or maybe family,
circle of friends.
So not even property agents even.
Yes, not even property agents.
So like they will have uncles like say, bank loan not good. Bank loan not good. If you never pay your bank loan mortgage, they will take away your house.
Yeah.
Then my question to them is, you owe HDB? They never take back your house?
No, I can guarantee you they do.
Yes.
Because I've been one of those. I mean, me and Heikel, I think previously, one of the Bishan HDB officers, they were asking if we could help them with trying to exit for some people in Bishan, because Bishan has a quota problem.
Okay.
Right, and then me and Haikal used to sell like Bishan Malay houses
Okay.
quite easily lah in a way. So they were quite impressed, I feel. And then they asked us to sell. Then after that, we told them like, hey, cannot lah. After this, cannot really. Tiring.
Why?
Tiring because quota.
Oh.
Because if Malays sell, only Malays can buy.
Uphill battle.
Uphill battle, yeah. So we didn't proceed on lah.
But was this example where they owed HDB?
Oh yes, a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah. One HDB flat that we went to, we were looking at the house now. We were going into the house, and then suddenly we opened one of the common rooms. There was a motorbike inside the room. It's like a literal workshop. So there's motorbikes and there's helmets and all those things.
This was pre-COVID.
Way pre-COVID.
Work from home.
This is
taken to the next level.
So it goes back to a lot of myths and a lot of beliefs that people, just assume to be true lah, like you said.
Dangerous assumptions. And then when you meet property agents, you are again at the mercy of their competence. A lot of people out there, I believe, genuinely want to do a good job.
Correct. Yeah,
we want to serve to the best of our ability, but the unfortunate thing is the ability may be limited. If let's say you meet an agent and then you ask them, hey, I want to upgrade to an EM, can I afford? And they say, can.
Just do calculations lah.
Just do calculations lah. Just sell. Primary school maths, by the way. Less of outstanding loan, CPF, and then yada. And then when you buy, then you choose, you want HDB loan or bank loan? Then you also don't know what, right? Or then say, HDB loan lah, contra. But of course, at the cost of your cash proceeds. If you go bank loan, again, that example where you can keep 200k cash post sale and purchase, and then wow, you like the service, and you realize, good agent, I like my agent, sell fast, sell high, buy EM, no COV, renovation all covered, and then you lead a happy life lah. But what are they missing out?
Even when you talk about dilemma, so we can always measure. I mean, me and you agree, there's no such thing as binary, yes or no, black or white. Everything has a range, has a spectrum.
To what degree?
Exactly. To what degree is your dilemma? So if you meet the right consultant, you meet the right person, you have the right circle of friends, your dilemma will just be reduced, much further with the information that you have. So if you find yourself in a big pickle, in a big dilemma, get more information lah. You just don't have the information.
Okay, because like our example where you are limited to the circle of influence, or your friends and family. What if your families are all staying in a private property, or your friends or your colleagues?
Different.
Then you go like, it's possible. I just don't know how, but I know that it is possible. You get what I mean?
Yes.
Then, of course, then you'll be more eager to find out the exact numbers on the process. How much is it gonna be sustainable? And how much of a hit do I have to take in terms of lifestyle?
Exactly.
Do I have to forego a lot of my holidays? Or can I stay status quo, right? Savings, disposable income stay the same, and then still upgrade comfortably or safely?
Every agent, we want to do the best for our clients.
Yes.
And we think we are giving the best, but sometimes the best is not enough. And that's why I think in this market, if you are planning to sell your property, or you want to do, or I have a dilemma and all that, start with the consultants, meet a few lah. So I guess the dilemma boils down to information.
Maybe you've already overcome that obstacle or dilemma. That, okay, I know I want to go to a private property.
Now
What's
you filter one side. Okay.
So now still have problems,
Yes.
but slightly different.
Yeah.
Now I want to go to a private property. How much is my budget? Or maybe based on my comfortable budget of 1.8. Should I go new? Should I go old? Should I go very old?
Yes.
Because at 1.8, new, potentially compact 3-bedroom or maybe 2-bed. Then you say, not viable in terms of livability.
Correct.
Because family of 5, for example.
You're used to the space.
Yeah, if I go slightly older, maybe XEC, 8-year-old, 4-bedder, right? Very hard to get, 1.8, 4-bedder, maybe outskirts. And then if you want to go nearer to the RCR, for example, then you're left with a 2-bedder, which doesn't make sense for your family. So this is another dilemma lah. So how do you...
For my clients, usually the issue will be space. Space lah.
Yeah, I mean, family of 5.
Family of 5, living in a 5-room flat. Maybe you got a 4th bedder also in your 5-room flat. Okay, so number 1, pros and cons. Old is big, new is small, but new has its pros as well.
Yep.
Newer facilities, it has a longer
runway,
because the lease is like 80 more years.
Yep.
Bigger exit audience. So there's a few property cycles that you can exit at the high points. So for the older, it's like on block lah, but on block is like playing Toto.
I don't think, none of my clients so far, they are going old because on block. I think long gone are the days where people go financial ROI only. It's like, I want the best for my family.
In fact, if someone, let's say a client comes to me and say, I'm looking for an on-block property and all that, I know they've just started their research. It's like you're less than 2 days into your research.
They probably watched some webinar.
They got talking about on-block.
They got hooked onto that idea.
On-block, fire sale, all these terms. So again, pros and cons. I wouldn't say newer is better than older. If you can live with the trade-off. But don't live until the extreme, because we've seen extremes. Because I was sharing a family of 5 living in a 2-bedder.
New. They bought new, right?
They bought new. It's not a 2+2, it's a 2+1. Ooh. Yeah, so, you are just, I want to make money, profit driven. Yeah, so that's the other extreme now, just focusing on profits.
Okay, so now the dilemma is between a 4-bedder, for our example of 1.8, 4-bedder, maybe 8-year-old, or maybe you want a even larger square footage, floor plate, maybe 1,005 square feet.
Johor Jaya. Okay, joking.
But this time round is 20 years old.
Wow.
What's your take?
I have clients who buy older condos.
Yep.
Melvin, for example, just shared a story about, his client buying a penthouse around Hougang instead of buying a new launch riverfront. And they made a lot of money, 900 plus thousand, close to $1 million, a resale property. So from time to time, it's not really about the blanket statement old or new. I mean, there's a multitude of factors.
That's true. Let's say you are planning to buy an older resale condo, for example. You have to factor in renovation.
Correct.
Renovation is sunk cost, but of course you enjoy the space. But the thing is, some of the floor plan just sucks. The layout just doesn't make sense. The ones that I've been to, they don't have planter boxes per se, but their toilets are small. Then the patio, they can golek kind.
Yeah.
Malay and patio, they're like irresistible.
Bro, some planter box. When I bought a unit for my client at Euphony Gardens.
Oh, okay.
Right? So there's this planter box. Then they were looking at the planter box. They were asking me, how do I get to the planter box?
Inaccessible,
Bro, because the pots were dry, the leaves, because they just bought, right?
True,
So how do I get to the area? So Euphony Gardens, a nice condo at Yishun.
But for the first time, I had one client who said, I want 2 balconies for my plants.
Oh.
Yeah, so again, if it works for you, then it works for you.
Yeah, but if he's already having plants at his last house,
they have.
Yes, then okay.
Yeah, it's only that, again, I need to explain to them that your pool of buyers will be smaller. Not say don't have, but smaller compared to those who are looking for more efficient livability kind of space. Okay.
So what are the dilemmas that you think? The need to uproot your children from their current school. Oh, now my kid, in primary, maybe primary 5, next year PSLE. Then I have to uproot them. Should I do it now? Should I do it later? Will prices fall? Things like that. So do you have clients or instances like that?
I guess you can reverse engineer from the primary school application, like July of every year or June of every year. Because some people fail to realize that the whole process can take up to 8-9 months.
You mean the selling and buying?
The selling, buying, moving in, renovating and things like that. Like people just go, like for example, now we are in August. I want to move up by December. They don't understand that concept entirely. Not their fault. So you have to plan way in advance when you want to so-called move into the next property. In terms of primary school, logistics and all that, at the very minimum, you got a plan to stay there for at least 6 years. Or maybe your kids are 5 and 3, then maybe 6 years not even enough. So when you buy that property, can you hold for 8-9 years? If you are going to that flipping kind of frenzy, maybe not.
Is it a worthy trade-off? Assuming that we see, the market is going to fall. Right, okay, I'm going to lose 100,000 if I don't do this now. Is it worth it?
I'm not too sure because I mainly serve people who have young kids. Like
correct.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Understand.
Primary school, maybe once in a while, 9, 11.
Yeah.
But typically they uproot because they can foresee that their primary school kids are going to be more independent. So location not so bad.
Understand.
Yeah, and again, I mainly serve BTO upgraders. So younger family profile. And their next shift is really dependent on the logistics. I want the size. I want near parents for ease of just park your kids at your parents' place.
Okay.
Because sometimes you come back late from work. You don't want to pay the penalty for fetching late. Then you get your mom to fetch, something like that. So it's easier.
So you bought your BTO, like let's say a 5-room flat nowadays, what, 500k, 400k? 400k, and then you're looking at your HDB statement and say, hey, Another 10 years, my loan will be finished. In fact, I would argue that for most of them, after they stayed there for 8-9 years, their BTO, they could have probably paid off their HDB flat in full.
Yes.
They are earning well, their CPF is max. And then now the dilemma is, should I just pay this HDB off in full using my CPF and then just focus on my life, or should I cash out that $300,000 and then recycle the money? Because this $300,000 in your HDB flat, if you bought for $500,000 and the value is now $800K, that's $300,000 paper profits. If you don't do anything to it, that $300,000 will be gone. And this $300,000 is cold hard cash. It's not CPF or anything, right? It's gonna go. How will you make that call? Whether to stay on or...
I guess it depends on your financial literacy, the level of understanding. Like for example, I even tell clients, if you like the place, your place, currently your PTO, let's say you're facing, I think the Sumang blocks, you're facing water body, unblocked view, but you also feel like sayang, never cash out this 300,000. Say, why not? It's just an idea. You buy your neighbor's house, you sell, you liquidate, get the 300K, buy your neighbor's house, leverage on the bank loan. Yes, you are resetting the bank loan. There's a cost, but you can invest out the cash if you know how. But if you are the sort where you don't know anything, stay put. If you got no better instrument or vehicle to deploy or redeploy your cash, to some folks, it makes more sense to just stay put because you're going to pay off your outstanding loan anyway. But again, you got to learn a bit. You have to know how to plan for retirement. I know retirement can be far-fetched. 30 years from now, don't talk to me about 30 years. Talk to me about what can I get today. So today, they feel that I don't want to work for many, many years to go. You have to know what you're foregoing. Nothing wrong staying put. Outstanding loan going to be fully paid. Maybe 150K left. Your CPF OA maybe 80K total. So like you mentioned, 8 years time can fully pay already. Are you okay? Can you forego the opportunity cost? Be it upgrading to a private property, be it liquidating the cash and redeploying and putting in the index fund, for example. For me, again, most families I meet, they do not know how to invest.
I understand.
Which is such a waste.
So I think also in this show, we are also trying to redefine what is investing. Because previously, I mean, like for you and me, being around property agents, they only know how to invest in property and to a certain degree stocks .
No they don't know how to invest in stocks.
Okay, like they like to play . They like to dabble.
Yeah, I mean, I hardly come across someone who will just go, I only own Amazon, Apple, or maybe, you get me not?
They will buy some obscure,
Palantir, and
sexy.
I bought Palantir. I bought it at $10. Makes me seem like a smart ass, but actually it's pure luck It's luck.
Unless you have inside info, which is illegal . Other than that, you're just dabbling, right? Dabbling, playing. Yeah. It's like playing the EPL, Dream League or something.
Oh, what's that thing called?
No, that nowadays people are playing English Premier League online, and all the best players that are playing well, they give more
Fantasy
points.
League.
Fantasy League.
Yes.
So this stock is almost like Fantasy League, I feel. So
like,
it's
do
fun.
you own the up and coming trending kind of stock
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah,
because you want to be included in the conversation.
Oh yeah,
right.
Imagine like you're talking about stocks, the two of you, and then I'm here like, stock what? Stock. Stock what? Don't know, right?
Broccoli stock. Stem.
So that's why we are here to talk about investments. Can come in a lot of forms. Education is one of them. If you cash out $300,000, for example. And then after that, but my loan will be higher. Sure, your loan will be higher by maybe another 200,000. But can you upgrade yourself, at work? And then after that, earn a certain degree. It will take some time, it will take some sacrifice, it will cost money. But can it bring you to the next level? Can you recover this investment? Investing in mistakes. I'm not saying investing in mistakes. It's just investing to do things and then you learn from your mistakes. Because I shared with the PLB guy, sharing with Farouk that because he was saying, then want to invest in what? If not investing in property, right? Or crypto. Or I say, you can invest in mistakes. You can learn. You can upscale. Or you can even try things. I'm going to lose $1,000 on, let's say, a landing page, for example, I want to do. I pay $1,000 because you can make a lot more money if things go up.
So the potential upside far better than the potential downside. Because the
Yes.
downside is just $1,000.
$1,000, which is not life changing. You can always get $1,000, right? Go back to the scenario where, even for you are advising is if they really want to cash out, they have a need to use the cash for something, then they can just buy their neighbor's house,
Yes.
right? Of course, their loan would be more nowadays.
They reset their loan.
But
But the pros is now they got liquid cash to do more things.
Yes.
To beat the 2.1, 2.6% interest that you are paying on your loan. The question is, can you make more? And it's very easy to make more by right. They're just uninformed, that's it.
Uninformed.
I'm not saying the 10x that I'm getting. I'm saying like index funds. You get 6-7% and you borrow 3%. Say the fluctuate and then over 30 years or 25 years is 3% on average. You get back, it's free money. What? So you get to stay in the same BTO. You get to liquidate some cash, put some inside your savings, holidays, etc. On top of that, you get to invest and you have a better position for retirement. Otherwise, if you stay put, yes, you're gonna fully pay in 5 years, for example. But 25 years later, the value of the home same. What?
Yeah.
Both scenarios, your value of the home same.
Yes.
One is you liquidate and then you make more. But one is you didn't make more. So you are very reliant and dependent on your home's value for your retirement because most of your CPF is stuck there. You cannot hack your wall to cash out.
Exactly.
But of course, what's the potential downside? You lose the money lah. So you lose that 300k, you spend on stupid things. On top of that, you restart your loan. So that's the downside.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, and a lot of people will do that. Will just burn their $300,000. If you're worried about that, then better don't do lah. But if you plan to go to let's say a private property right? So the $300,000 can be put into good use because you cannot cash out, right? It's gonna go into the property. It's gonna be locked away from you
For good.
Yeah, and then that will be a much worthy investment, I would say, rather than go to HDB flat.
Yeah, redeploying of your cash into a better asset class.
Yeah.
Which is a private property. Because again, at the end of 30 years, any property that you own today, you're going to be fully paying, right? So either you have a 600, 700 odd thousand HDB flat or a 1.5. Let's say it doesn't appreciate 1.5. But unlikely. Yeah.
I think for those people who are realistic about the situation that, when people say, I want to pay off my home loan, sometimes I wonder, is the idea not worrying about money to pay for the property anymore, and then you quit your job, or because anyway you're financing using your CPF for the most part.
I think where I know where you are getting at. You like the idea of not having to worry about paying mortgage, but at what cost? At what cost? People do not understand the real cost of that peace of mind. So now you've paid your house fully. What's next? Then you don't work. Then how are you gonna supplement your retirement income? Because you eventually cannot work, not because you choose not to, but you really cannot. No choice.
And for some people, even if they are HDB loan, they see, my HDB loan $100,000, let's say $200,000, and I got $200,000 OA, and then I pay in full, and then I finish paying my HDB flat. So what? You're using CPF, but that means you cannot sell your HDB flat, because if you sell, you're gonna incur so much accrued interest that you wouldn't be able to retire. So you're just gonna be asset rich, cash poor.
Double whammy.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna eventually in these next episodes we're gonna talk about this accrued interest. People really don't understand what it is.
Yeah. So I think to summarize, the upgrading dilemma is from staying put versus moving. And then if I were to move to a private property, which private property, there's pros and cons to each and every one of them. Because even if you buy new, no one can guarantee you how much. Because the hassle of renting and then moving out and moving in again. And then you see, alamak, like this only.
Okay, so what about you guys? You have a dilemma in your situation. You can just, in the
comment.
In the comment.
Yes.
And then maybe we'll talk about it. It's gonna
Put
be
it down in the comments below. Because based on our experiences, this is what most families go through
about.
In terms of, yes, I want a benefit in terms of financial, but at the same time, I don't want to forego too much of my living conditions. And then on top of that, most of our families, I think they are more or less there in terms of choosing between bank loan and HDB loan, because cash is king, right? But what do you do with the liquid cash? That can be a double-edged sword.
Right.
The best case scenario, you invest out.
No, bro, I think a lot of people are scared with that kind of money. They've never seen that kind of money, one lump sum coming. Right? For example, if I give you $10 million, you'll be scared also lah.
Yeah.
Maybe...
What's the percentage of lottery winners losing all their money?
I don't know, 90%.
I think 99.
99.
Yeah.
No, it's not only losing. It's losing more than the money they won.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So they got into divorce. They got into just nonsense, drugs. You don't know how to use that money.
Because they've never experienced that kind of money. They do not know how to manage that kind of money.
Yes.
Because to accumulate and to earn, that's one.
Correct.
To manage is another.
Yes.
To grow, for example, to invest. To spend is another thing where we're going to talk about in the episodes to come, because a lot of people accumulate but don't know how to spend to increase quality of life.
Correct.
But again, for today's episode, we just sum it up as upgrading dilemma between HDB, condo, old, new,
location,
and then financial ROI versus logistics.
But my parting advice before we end this episode, I think 3 days ago, somebody sent me, he was asking me, I like to upgrade to a 5-bedder condo, right? He was asking me. And then I was saying, yeah, sure, let's talk on the phone or let's chat. So I think then he said, I'm busy, but maybe you can share with me the numbers. Yeah, okay, sure. Just give me your numbers. I'm going to put it into our tools. And then, so I shared a screenshot. And then he asked like 2 or 3 questions like, oh, sorry. So is this based on my selling price of a certain amount? And then number 2 is, for the loan, right? Why did you put 25 years instead of 30? So it's just not numbers. My advice is, if you're in a dilemma, don't put yourself in a bigger dilemma by not communicating or talking to consultants, right? Just be more bold in talking.
Yep.
Right? Talk to people, because these are difficult decisions, which I think are life-changing decisions. Yeah, don't go and talk to a property agent that is going to give you the answers that you want.
Or like order taking lah.
Yeah, like order taking, like McDonald's, like self-help service. Want to upgrade to HDB or condo? Condo.
Want to pay cash or don't want?
Do you want to upsize?
Oh yeah.
Upsize, reno loan, right?
Why not add some spicy drumlets? And with that, this is the end of our episode.
In the next episode, we're going to talk about
the illusion of forever homes.
The illusion of forever homes, you're right.
Okay, stay tuned.
Bye-bye.